Before we start, a very quick thing. I am sharing a short form in the chat. Everyone who fills this will get an access to a few free resources I put together. So that will actually help you start building with AI, not just learn it. So it will take less than like 13 seconds. Please fill this out while we wait for everyone else to join. You will only be able to comment if you have subscribed the channel. So don't forget to subscribe and we can start with our session today. Good evening, everyone. Before we get into the technicals, let's see how many of you are here. We have a lot of people here who have one thing in common. Yes, you've all learned AI. You have saved a lot of LinkedIn carousels. You have bookmarked top 10 tools posts, and yet most of you haven't built a single thing that works on its own. And I know that feeling because years ago I was exactly there. I was trying to understand the what of AI. Today, my life looks a bit different. I'm a lead AI researcher at Newman Nexus, and honestly, one of the wildest moments of my career was seeing myself featured on Times Square. Not once, not twice, but thrice. And here's the secret. None of these milestones came by finishing another Coursera courses. I have helped around 4,500 students deciding what to do next, learning AI, learning math, learning statistics, right? And all of this did not come from just trying or saving. It came from the moment when I stopped asking what is AI and started asking what can I build with it. And today's session isn't another AI 101. If you want a ChatGPT prompt or a list of systems that work, you are in the wrong place. We are here for the agentic shift. I'm here to show you how I moved from Guwahati to global research by focusing on building systems, not just consuming content. And by the end of this hour, you are going to stop being you're going to stop being an AI enthusiast and start your journey as an AI builder. Are you ready? If you're ready, type build in the chat if you're with me. Come on, let's go. Type build in the chat, everyone. Let's go. Thanks, Catherine, for that support. Okay, let's talk about why you are here, right? Most people think the reason. They aren't AI experts yet. Is that because they haven't found the right course? So you go into what I call is infinite learning loop. You watch a YouTube tutorial on chain, you think this is great. You save it to a playlist. And then you see a LinkedIn post about a new God mode tool and you bookmark it. Maybe you even buy a course and finish 40% of it. But then you open a VS Code window or a new project dashboard and you realize you don't know where to start. You don't know what to do next, how to actually work on it. This is the consumption trap. In the old world, information was power. If you knew more than the person next to you, you won. But in the world of AI, information is a commodity. It's everywhere, right? It's free access. We we want to know something, we can simply search on the Google and we have all the information that we need. Now, so the gap is we have two kind of people here. Yes, we have professional learners and the system. And so we have this gap between the person who knows or the person who builds with AI. And it's not about how many hours of videos you have watched, it's about the output. It's about what you can show you have built with AI. So while you are busy trying to learn everything, the builders are busy failing at building one thing. And that failure is teaching them more than any 10 hour of boot camp ever could. So today we are going to break that loop and we are going to move from failing to execution. Now, be honest and tell me how many saved AI posts you currently have in your LinkedIn or Instagram? Is it 10, 20, 50, 100? Type in the chat. It would be a fun interaction if you are interacting with me while I'm taking the webinar rather than just speaking. Gee, okay. Right. So this is what is happening here. There is definitely a stool cutting cycle to that because there is new thing of every single day. There are new tools. We have these thousands of strategy talks. There is agent versus generative AI. We don't know what's actually happening. We are just stuck in prompting. We are using the 2023 hacks in 2026, and AI is moving at a very fast pace, and it's not really helping us move along, right? So, how do we break out of this loop? What do we do? So, we start by changing what we are trying to do, right? A lot of the people are stuck in the prompt era. They think being AI means writing a good 500 worded prompt or to get slightly better emails out. But that is still consumption. You are still a consumer, a better consumer, but still a consumer. So who is winning this game? The this the people who have moved to the agentic shift, those are the people who are actually winning this space. And they are not just using AI for better Google research, right? They are using it to build agents. They are thinking about it with the a tool waits for you to tell what to do. And an agent who understands the goal breaks it down into different tasks and execute it and complete, right? So when you're just doing a basic interaction, you're using a single prompt on your ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or whatever. This is service level usage. Okay, good that you understood how to write the prompt. Then you do multiple chaining of the prompts, right? You're creating a workflow. So you are trying to automate a simple task, and then when you combine them with like a memory system, you combine them with with AI infrastructure, you get like a complete autonomous agent to do the work while you are sleeping. That's how you move one step at a time. And this is why the tutorials are now working because they are teaching us how to talk to chatbot. They are teaching us how to write better prompts. I want to teach you how to build this workforce. I want to teach you how you can get five people's work done by yourself. And that's when you are sleeping, right? So we are not looking for perfect prompt. We are looking for perfect logic. If you are able to explain a task to, to an unexperienced intern who does not know anything, you can explain that task to an agentic system. You can complete the task. So what building actually looks like, right? Okay, we have to move simple information to multiple systems. Let's say we have around 12 different systems where we have to do the data entry in all the right? So earlier, what we do? We will do manual entry across all the across one platform. Then we will do copy paste across all the platforms. We're going to spend hours into copy pasting. It is possible, we might, as a human, we may make an error while inputting the system, like inputting the data. If someone comes and talks to us, we have created the work. Or if you have to go attend a meeting, if you have to talk to some people, if you got a call, now the work has been made. All the systems are not up. Yes, the process is quite messy, manual, and a lot of hands-off. You have to sign off one, then another, then another. Have you ever have you ever done a government work? Like, you have to file a application for a government work purpose, right? What happens? You go to one office, you write a, you fill out a form. They do a verification. Then you have to go to another office, get another stamp. Then go to another office, get another stamp. And this whole process takes hours to actually get verification done. There can be a lot of errors. Uh, Now, let's say you reach the window and they took a lunch. You reach the window, the time is up. You cannot finish it. So it takes time. It's not. What happens if you automate this entire process? Yes, you have a free agent, you have the information, it moves through different systems and do the verification for you, and it cuts short the time that you are spending in doing this, and it also helps you in accelerating your work and avoiding any kind of human error that there might be. Yes. So okay, let's say I want to see where your head at, right? So in the chat, please type user if you have been using ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, any kind of LLM to ask simple questions, or type architect if you are ready to start building systems that can do the work for you. FLR management has said, can you explain what a RAG system is? Um, I will talk about what a RAG system is in a bit. Uh, okay, think of RAG system like a library. Do you remember good old days where we had libraries? Yes, People used to go to libraries to actually find information and read things. Yeah, before the internet, I would say. Um, so think of that system like that. And what happens is when we are using any kind of LLMs, when we are using these large language models, these large language models are nothing but a probabilistic model, which are trained on tons and tons and tons of data to understand. They don't really understand to predict what should be the next word. Yes. So they're using those predictions and they have this context building in them. They know that they are able to create answers for you. But how correct these answers are, right? And if you are working in a niche field, are these generalized large language models going to work for you? Not really. They are not going to give you better results. Now, is it wise to train your own model to get better results? Not really. It's very resource heavy, compute heavy. It's expensive and time consuming. You need a lot of technical knowledge as well for that. So what do? We provide like a system, like a reference library, like a system of like a full of vectors which are which have all the information regarding your field, regarding your business, maybe. Okay, and you provide like I think of it like you're asking a question to the LLM. Now the LLM is not going to answer the question on its own. It's going to go back, look for the answer in the dictionary, and then come back with that answer. And sometimes if you write the prompt in a way to fix that and organize it in the answer, it will give you the organized answer. If you don't, then it will just give you that particular answer with the reference that it got the answer from this system. When you use the RAG system, it makes sure that the answer is based on what you have provided, the history. It could be related to the company, it could be related to a particular niche, like a legal document or regulation or something. So that's where the most common example of RAG is that you see these days is these chatbots on e-commerce platforms. Yes. Um, please, uh, Amazon, right? Amazon, you see a chatbot is there, and you can ask this chatbot about any of the products they have listed on their website. So, how does this chatbot know about those products? Because chatbot has the access to the whole database management where it can access the products, their information, their pricing point, reviews, and everything, and provide you a full summary of it, or even the comparison of different products if you would. That's what a rank is. I hope that was a helpful answer. Yes, okay, you use GPT for simple questions and Claude for complex. What is the best way to document your progress online? Oh, okay. Yes. Uh, so I believe in a simple roadmap, right? There are tons of roadmap out there which will provide you a huge list of things that you should be doing for 12 weeks, for 16 weeks or something. I am not going to do that. I'm going to give you a very simple step roadmap. I want you to find the pain point, the friction that you are feeling, right? Automate something that you hate doing. Make it real, make it yours. Just very simple. Think back 48 hours. I will give you how to find those pain points. Okay. Then once you have the pain point, then try to understand how you can solve it. Then try to build it. And then whatever concept comes along, learn that. Instead of learning concept and then taking the content, first try to find the problem, then try to find the tools to solve the problem. And ship in public. Documentation, yes, which way to document is the best, right? Documentation is our new resume. If you want to build a portfolio in public, of course, LinkedIn is one of the ways where we can document everything. Like there is Medium articles where we can post about our project. and share it in social media. We can create once we have created a small tool, we should record a video explaining what we have built, post it on YouTube. These are all free platforms. Right? You are also building an audience. If not, you have a online proof where you can show that okay, this is the progress. This is how I used to. When you look back a video you have posted maybe a few years ago, you will see and now that you have the experience, you understood the tools, and you will see okay, you have grown from there. When we are working in the present, we have difficulty in understanding how much we are growing every single day while learning, while building things. But when you see the day one, and then when you see the reports of day 30, you will realize how much you have grown over this period. So, how will you realize it if you don't have any proof to show, if you don't have any document to show? So, start building in public, right? You have an idea, talk about it. Say you're starting to build something. Do the accountability. That's the most important thing. If we are not held accountable for things, people stop building in a couple of days. Yes, we don't go for it for like another 1 week. And with the rise of five coding platforms that we have, we don't really need to do a lot of coding anymore. And I'm not saying this eliminates the need for coding altogether, but it does help us as a newcomer, as people who do not have much experience. Um, we all know like a lot of the things are not taught in the college. You have to learn by yourself or you learn on the job. And now the entry level jobs require you to have 4 to 5 years of experience usually. So what you can do, you can use these vibe coding platforms to understand to build. You don't need to have years of experience to build anything. Build a smaller thing, learn how to deploy, deploy it, and then start debugging it, adding new features and everything. Bring your idea to life. We all have tons of ideas every single day. Bring your ideas to life, build any product that you want, and then ship it publicly. First ship it, then optimize it. Don't optimize and then ship. Because if you start optimizing from day one, you are not never going to ship it. So ship first, optimize it. That's the important part. And what happens if you wait? We all know that there are tons of AI enthusiasts now everywhere, and everyone is AI expert these days. Yes, we are seeing the shift in the market where people don't want AI assisted roles or anything anymore. Everyone wants AI orchestrators. Everyone wants people who can make AI work for them. If you are not going to adopt the tool, you are going to miss out on this opportunity, and that missing out this is the cost you are. You lose the opportunity. And if you are in the job, you will be replaced somehow. So don't wait. Don't. Just start learning. Start by building things. Not that difficult. So who's ready to start building? Type ready on the chat very quickly. If you are watching this video and you are not comment, you have to subscribe to this channel. And also, I would appreciate it if you can leave a like. That would definitely motivate me more. If you're ready to start building, just write ready on the chat, and we are going to see how we can find out our V1 problem. That's the golden formula. What is the V1 problem? So when we are working with softwares and tools, you will see there are a lot of versions. Yes. So V1 is version 1. So what? How to find out our version one formula? Yes. Okay. So don't look for tools. Only start with the problem. Yes. Move back. Look for what you were doing for the last 48 hours. And if you see, if you have thought about, oh, I did this work yesterday, I don't want to do it again. If there are any repetitive tasks that you do every single day, or if um if there are messy data that you deal with and you have to convert it into something beautiful or something that's boring, it's just whatever is that, like, that's your pain point. Whatever makes you go, oh, I don't want to do this again. That's your pain point. Then you try to find a solution for how you can automate that. Excel organization. So Excel organization is annoying for you every single day. Is repetitive task. How you can build it into a single simple task, right? So think about that. Okay, what is in the Excel organization that periods? What are the tasks that you do every single day? Then you can write a system, agent that can do this task, right? That way, you don't have to do. All you have to do is maybe, and I would never say leave complete task to the agent, of course, because we don't want to give the complete autonomous power just to because we want to avoid the mistakes. So get the AI to do the task. You do a quick verification, click approve, and you are done. Manual reviewing data and Excel spreadsheets without visual data. Absolutely. Exactly. This task. How can we um, how can we automate this without having to write the tons of code, without having to go through each point manually, but we also want to make sure everything is doing correctly. So that's how we start building. That's how we find out what is the first problem that we have. So, okay, again, there might be multiple tasks that we do. How do we make sure that we can actually do this using an AI agent? Yes, so there is a three question checkpoint. The first question that you ask, is it frequent? Like, do I have to do this more than 3 times a week? If the answer is yes, go back. Is it logic based? Is it something that you can explain to your intern? Is it something you can explain to your junior developers? Yes. If yes, then it is logic. If it is something that you learn from your experience, um, is there a background noise or my mic seems to be working fine? Is my voice breaking? Oh, I'm so sorry. That might be my internet then. I see. I apologize. It seems like my Wi-Fi has been a little spotty today. If there is a point that I missed, I can repeat it. That's probably okay. Okay. I'm going to try speak slowly. I think am I going too fast? Okay, perfect. That sounds great. Yes. So once we the first point was to find out the version one of your. project, right? Like, how do I decide what project I want to make? So you will look back for 8 hours and you will figure out, oh, this task, I just did it yesterday. I don't want to do this again. How do I do that? Yes. So my mind, okay, perfect. Yes, it's noise cancellation. I see. Is it better now? Or I can change the headphones and put in the earphones if that works. Okay, perfect, perfect. Right. Um, okay, where were we? Um, all right, yes. So how do we find out our V1 problem? Okay, I'm going to try and speak loudly. Yes. To find out the V1 problem, we look back 48 hours, 72 hours, and look for the task where we had the thought, oh, I just did this yesterday. Why do I have to do this every day? Right? Or it's like tedious task. Organizing, um, let's say you have read multiple newspapers, you have to organize this into a smart post or script or whatever. So these are the tasks that AI can do. Yes. How do we know if a task I find boring, a task I want to automate, AI can do? So you do three checklists. First is this task very frequent? If you have to do this task like once in a few weeks or few months, creating an automated pipeline for that is a waste of resources and time. So you want to check whether it's a frequent task. Do I have to do it more than twice in a week or twice in a week? Yes. So if it is frequent, then you will check is it logic based, right? Can you explain it to an intern? Can you explain it to your junior employee or the new employee? If it is yes, if the answer is yes, then the next checkpoint is the data accessible? Like to create this pipeline, do you have the text that you need? Do you have the files that you need? There, I mean, if you don't have the data, you cannot really create the pipeline. So that is important. Do you have the access you might need? You also want to make sure it is cost effective. You don't want to spend a lot of money into creating something that might not be very useful. So these are the three questions. If you have these three questions, if you have this answer, if the task is repetitive, frustrating, and it is clear, you have your version one project. And you can start building that version one project today. Now you will start the building process. This week, who is going to deploy a simple autonomous workflow this week? Say yes in the chat if you are ready to deploy your first simple autonomous workflow. No one? Yes. So find out your V1 pain point project and create. It does not have to be very complicated. It does not have to be, uh, a multi-step orchestrator. You can just find out one single task, automate it, and deploy it simply. And you, and I would never ask you to spend money into doing this. Use Python, open source. Use vibe coding. You can use wait, which one is it? I'm sorry. Yes, you can use the Cursor AI. You can use Google AI Studio. These are all free resources which are available. You can deploy it on GitHub, so you don't have to spend money to do this. Do it using Vibe. You can do vibe coding in Claude and Codex if you have paid modules for them or Claude Code. But if you don't, you can simply use Google AI Studio, which is free and it does the same task, right? Cre- Create an idea, not an MVP. An MVP will have like at least a couple of more features, yes? Start by an idea. Start by what you are thinking and just one simple way. Um, recommend beginners to start with by coding on the original. I would suggest beginners. I mean, okay, if the beginners are from the technical background, like if they are looking to build their career into computer science and ML speed, machine learning speed, I would say start by learning in the original way so that you are able to understand the logic. So that when you use a vibe coding platform or something, you are actually able to debug it. So the vibe coding also works in a way where you are able to explain the logic. So it's vibe coding is a platform, coding is a platform. Both of them are tools. You should be able to debug, you should be able to explain someone what you are thinking. You should be able to explain the technical part of it to make sure everything is working fine. That is the important part. If you have my best suggestion, you can understand the syntaxes, you can understand the basic concepts of a programming language, whichever one you want to use. You understand that first, uh, and then practice with the white coding. What I mean when you practice with the white coding, you can get a white coding platform, not the paid one, just the free version to write like the code structure for you. And then you start debugging it. When you start debugging a code, you see the problems there. You try to understand each what it is doing, and that way you learn the coding well using these platforms that, and it is helpful for you in the future. And if you would like and help with the accountability, I would suggest connect with the builders, join these WhatsApp community, and let's start building. Let's build with you. Okay. I am going to be starting a series where we build minimum viable projects, not products, viable projects using vibe coding and coding platforms live. So feel free to join that. Join the community with me and share your work openly on LinkedIn. Tag and we will share it with other people as well. If you have any other questions, I would love to answer that for you now. If you are writing, if you are creating a product, if you are creating an idea, make sure you start with the documentation as well, so that wherever you are working towards it, you have a documentation that explain you, explain the next person you're passing it to, or a recruiter or anyone, what you would do and what you have built. And it will also help you understand your own path. So always document what you are trying to do. So you build your own. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope this was helpful. Please join the WhatsApp community, and I will all see you all there. Good night.